200. Exactly 200. I think all of us would predicted some big score, but I think what I saw at the end was a very unhappy Virat Kohli walking off the field. But I'll hand it over to the happiest man in our...
So right now it's relieved. Happiest will be if we win the match.
Aren't you the happiest right now amongst all of us?
That's true.
Go ahead.
Well,
The stage is yours.
thank God. I think the biggest positive from this so far was you finally got to see an opening stand of KKR where you didn't lose wickets in the power play and you had 66 runs on the board after 6 overs. Run out of 11. Jeshanda, wonderful batting, the man from Bihala. Got a nice 50. Nitish Rana made the most of not one but 2 lives that were given to him. The irony being that he was first dropped by Siraj, then dropped off Siraj's bowling. So Siraj had no moral ground to stand on saying, how can you drop the catch? He dropped him before that. Good knock from him, and then I think later on Rinku and David Wisa gave you that nice little bit of impetus at the end. Wisa especially, 400 strike rate, 8 2 sixes. That's it.
A 12 run, 400 strike rate is okay.
Fair. Considering he got to bat like 3 balls, that's fair. So yes, I'm very happy with how this is
Go
going.
ahead, stage is yours.
No, I'm not going to talk for 15 minutes. It's okay.
You can, you're so happy.
Yeah, this is the happiest I've been after ages in a KKR game, I think.
Yeah, because we started the preview show with Shane almost declaring that it's done and dusted. Finish not going to happen.
But special word to this man though, Vijay Kumar Vishak. Very good bowling. And even Siraj really that last over, that Yorker to Russell was oof.
The pick of the bowler is Vanindu Hasanah.
Oh, that over really changed things up, yes.
Look at his economy, about 2 wickets for 24, great economy. So he's the pick of the bowler. Okay, RCB.
Well, a disappointing day for RCB because...
Why? The day is not over yet.
But still, half of the day is disappointing now because...
Half of the day.
Because from the past couple of games, you saw how well RCB was doing defending the matches, defending the totals. They were so good in the outfield. And today, well, those 2-3 dropped catches, a lot of runs were leaked. I think that's going to cost you 30-40 runs, and that could be the margin that, gets you a loss or a win. It could be anything, but that's not a risk you should be willing to take.
30-40 runs, you're saying?
Definitely.
Because I think Nitish was like 9 or 10 when he was dropped for the first time. Then he went on to get 48. That's 40 runs, really. You've cost. It's a costly drop.
You're saying 40 runs, this man thinks...
I think it is 10-15 runs short on this wicket.
Short.
Because this is the Chinnaswamy. You saw when you are bowling short on this particular wicket, what happened. You are just getting tonked. And looking at what is going to be the major issue is that KKR's pace bowlers have not given me that much of confidence to stop the runs in the power play. And power play, who dominates the most? RCB, because Faf and Virat will open, and Faf has been a leading 6-hitter for a reason. He's managed to do well in the power play, and a good power play start will ensure that RCB can chase this total. Remember, 200 can be chased down at the Chinnaswamy. The wicket is flat, provided you bowl the right lengths. Because if you bowl in the right areas, there is grip, there is turn. Hasaranga showed it. So I think they are 10-15 runs short, but I still back RCB to chase this down because those 3 batters, they will only dominate the show.
Yeah.
Rest of the 6 don't do it. That's all.
I think they're 20-30 runs short.
You will say it.
They might just maybe KKR, they might just win this game, but I still feel they are 20-30 runs short. Jason Roy got that half century of how many? 24, 25?
22 balls.
22 balls. But it still seemed as if they were, his knock was perhaps negated by the way Jagdishan batted. It's a 120 ball innings. And if you see, can I have a look at the scoreboard, Anurag? So, Jagdishan, just go up.
I think he was runner ball.
So, Jagdishan played 29 balls for his 27, and Venkatesh Iyer took 26 balls for his 31, which means 55 deliveries out of 120. Got you how many? 58 runs. 58 runs. and you had players, you had batters who were scoring at Jason Roy almost. In fact, at one stage he was batting at 220 strike rate. Then you had Nitish Rana. By the way, Nitish Rana also, if you see, he was slow to start with. Venkatesh Iyer just couldn't get going, and Andre Russell, he might just win you a couple of games, but I think by then your journey would have been over.
But today, how do you blame him? That was a.
He could have batted up in that order.
And he would have brought on one Hindu Asranga straight away, and that's it. Done and dusted.
We are assuming.
assuming.
We are assuming a lot of things. Now what happened?
Then
Eventually,
you
what?
might as well not have him if you are worried that
Exactly.
And considering the kind of form Visa is showing, if you had a good foreign bowler, you might have actually seen him sit out a few games.
So, if you ask me, Gargi, you might be right. Maybe if they would have taken those catches, they could have restricted KKR for somewhere around 180. But I feel that they are 20 odd runs short, KKR, and they can very much win this game. But the way the other batters batted, especially Jagdishan, I think Jason Roy also was getting frustrated. That is the reason maybe he was going after the bowlers, ball after ball, and
To be fair with Jason Roy, that's exactly how he plays.
no, that's fine. But at times the other batsman, he's unable to give you strike also. He was not able to even rotate strike.
Yeah.
So that's that, and that I'm batting well, I'm striking the ball well. So I should have been, in fact, I should be there on strike. But he was barely getting any strike. And as far as RCB is concerned, you never know. If just in case, if Faf and Maxwell, they have a bad game, it would be over for them.
Yeah, I just saw that KGF. I think I don't agree with that now. They're only portraying KGF as in Kohli, Glenn Maxwell and Faf. Their biggest star has been Siraj this year.
True.
Absolutely unfair, this KGF and everyone who's doing it.
In fact, even Wanindu has been really good in the last year.
Wanindu has been good, okay. I'd still say, okay, fine, if you really want to highlight the best players, and these are the top three. But I'm sorry, nobody's had as much impact as Siraj. So maybe that, and also, I don't know whether they played like that, considering the fact that Andre Russell's not been firing this season. Maybe you're worried with what he's going to do. David Visa, a bit of an unknown quantity. So I guess they thought they'll play the entire 20 over. But I think no excuse for Jagdishan at top to have played the way he did, especially when you're opening and there is a guy the other end who's getting you a lot of runs. But despite that, I think great bowling effort by RCB to have restricted them when those batsmen are in form like that, especially Hasaranga, Siraj. What did I just hear a stat that he's got a better economy than Rashid Khan?
Yes.
This IPL season? That is incredible for any bowler to do that Siraj has. And by the way, not just economy, he's top right now in the purple cap.
Purple cap, yeah.
So not just economy, purple cap wise also he's top. So that's outstanding.
Brilliant from Siraj, and like you said, he's been the most impactful. Obviously, Harshal Patel has been doing well, but Siraj has had this tendency this season to come in at crunch moments and get you those wickets that are important. Today he got who? Can I say
Russell.
He got
Russell with a wing.
Someone who could have been very dangerous. He's getting these important wickets, these expensive wickets. I think that's what matters the most.
Yeah, but I think David Visa did better than what Russell could have done, because after that he got out on the last ball of that penultimate over.
Yeah.
Yep.
So David Visa after that got 3 deliveries, 2 of them went out of the ground.
Yep. No, the best part about Siraj is he is bowling his lengths brilliantly. And the field that Virat Kohli has set for him is also superb. He's got a man who's stationed at deep cover. Because he knows he'll bowl to the left-hander, he'll bowl that wide Yorker outside off. He can only try and dig it out. And he's also got a short third man in place as well. So that is the main reason Siraj, looking at the lengths that he's been bowling, the pacey bouncer, okay, I got hit for 6 and 2 fours. But he followed up with a very pacey bouncer.
And also, that third 4, by the way, was more than anything else very good batting by Rinku, because he had to dig it out. The plan was obvious. You have a deep cover third man. He's bowling a short, wide Yorker. He knew that and played that shot. So there's nothing much the bowler can do there. Before that, yes, 6-4, okay. that first ball was a good ball. Rinku
Yeah.
picked it up quickly. But after that, he pulled things back really nicely in the over.
And Siraj in good performances against KKR. You'll remember 2020, he bowled 2 maidens
I remember.
and restricted KKR to only 82. And that too were on a similarly small Sharjah wicket. And RCB were dominating that season also primarily because of Mohammad Siraj's exploits. Up front with the power play at this point in time, there's no one better than Mohammad Siraj at this point in time. RCB for once have gotten a very, very good bowler. But they need all their other components to fire as well. This time Hasaranga backed them. But apart from that, Vishak looked good in patches. But apart from that, very, I may say, underwhelming.
Mehraj rule says Russell should have come to bat at number 4. RCB pulled them back, but I think the damage was done before that, before number 4. So the opener and number 3, right? I think they are the ones. After that, though, in fact, Vise and all did better coming down, and so did Rinku, by the way. So I don't know. I think him batting higher up wouldn't have helped at all. Janaki Raman wants to know spin trio of KKR and their chances.
You've got Narain, you've got Suyash, you've got Varun Chakravarti. However, these two will be really, really important. Suyash and Varun too, definitely. But the man who's been under immense pressure in the last 3-4 games has been Sunil Narain. Because even in a low scoring encounter, say for example, the Delhi Capitals encounter, 138, he conceded an economy rate of 9. This is not the Sunil Narain that we know, because he would at most give about 6 or 7 per over. But here he's been leaking runs, and I think batsmen have figured out how to play him. Play him straight, because he will not spin it that much, he'll just spin it in. Just use it. And
They're playing him like an off spinner or a seam bowler who's bringing the ball in.
yes.
To keep playing like that, don't worry about the ball going out. If you play him like that, I think they figure out. Underwhelming.
Which is
season
why
for them.
Kolkata, if it's no coincidence. When was the last time you won? When Sunil Narain was amongst the wickets against RCB. But since then, when he struggled, KKR's bowling has also struggled. So, more than Suyash, more than Varun Chakravarti, it'll be Narain's economy that will be very crucial in this chase.
Time for you to shoot off a mail to KKR and tell them.
I'll drop them a mail, maybe give a call here or there. You start getting a backup. Honestly, I think with Narayan's form the way it is, and I know, okay, he's one of those colossuses as far as KKR is concerned, but now more and more you feel the impact of not having someone like a Shakib over there. Would have been someone you could have really brought in like for like. In fact, Shakib, dare I say, a more wicket-taking bowler at this point, and probably a better bat. So,
Yeah.
But also something I'd like to bring up, something that we were worried about before the game started. How was the over rate today?
It was bang on. It was just on time.
So Virat is not getting banned?
No.
No player will get banned in the IPL. No player
Third
does.
offense.
Sorry?
If
Third
the
offense.
happens.
There will be no third offense. I can give it to you in writing. Trust me, this is
You will know
IPL.
if it's a third offense.
Arey, there you will not get to know. There will be no third
But
offense.
we know na if it goes past 9:30.
It has to be an official complaint or something has to come up from the match referee. There will be no third offense for any of the captains. I can give it to you in writing.
No, anyway, the 19...
Have you ever heard a captain being banned in IPL because of slow over rate? This is nothing. You know, you would remember the matches that used to start at 8 earlier, at 8 p.m. They would go on till 12 at midnight.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that any captain being... So after first game, firstly, the second offense will take a lot of time to happen.
But in Virat's case, it's happened quickly,
happened.
back to back.
Third offense will not happen.
You are assured,
Captain
you're
will
fully
be changed.
100% sure about it.
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Message to RCB
No, I'm
fans,
saying-
Rahul has confirmed that don't worry.
Trust me.
Don't stress.
Yeah. Virat
You're safe.
Kohli will not be banned for slow
No, but
over
then
rate.
he was not going to captain next game only, na. So the chances anyway
He was the
reduced.
captain today, na?
But today it's in time, na.
It's on
I'm
time.
saying he has to be.
The 20th over began at around 9:06, so it was well on time, just on the nick of time.
He's fine. The proof of the pudding would have been had he played the next game and it had gone past the time, then we would have tested his prediction.
No captain gets banned. No captain.
Okay, so GGK's prediction: Vaibhav Arora to Virat Kohli. First over, he said he would get him out.
No, actually, I would want to see Varun Chakravarti bowl that second over for us. I know this is Bangalore, and this is 4.
That's
Oh
a
my God.
4.
It's a poor delivery.
So GGK's first prediction didn't come right, that he would get out for a duck.
Did he say that?
Over, he said.
First over or for the golden
First
duck?
over.
I
think
shouldn't have brought
something
this
like
up.
It was a golden duck, I thought.
I would want to see Varun Chakravarti bowl that second over, even though this is Bangalore, by the way, yeah. And I think looking at this first delivery, they might want to,
Hold back on the spinners.
yeah. But I would still want to play bowl a spinner in the second over itself.
Maybe Narayan then. He always tends to have that ball which will just drift inside slightly. And
Yeah,
Kohli
yeah.
will play his classic that
Yeah.
get out of jail shot. It will go in between the gate.
Anyway, see, they made a great start even in that previous fiction at the Eden Gardens. After the power play only, things started going downhill.
The spinners came on.
Yes, that's the thing. You've got 12 overs of spin. Out of that, 4 from Narayan are incredibly crucial.
You could, if the pitch really grips, Nitish Rana with his darters.
I hope he bowls a lot more because he almost won you that game against DC.
I think, if you rely on just one player in the team, more often than not, you will not win titles.
Yeah.
That's been the case with Chennai Super Kings. That's been
No, that's been the case with RCB.
no, I'm saying that's been the case with Chennai, Mumbai, because they've never been dependent on one particular player.
RCB not relied on one player. They used to always have 3 or something.
But that's it.
That's it.
No, but now we have the fourth
But
one.
not one.
Yeah, but
Gale, AB, Virat, something like that. Maxwell, AB, Virat.
maybe 3. Today you have 2 players, Maxwell and Faf du Plessis have been, although Virat has been doing at least I think he is the second highest run getter in that team after Faf.
After Faf, yeah.
That one again came back in.
Some swing, huh?
But he's got to pitch the ball. At least ask him to drive, no? Ask him to drive and just pull the length a bit.
Teams, just change the teams. Work.
And
No, he is second. We know that. Don't have to say.
because Virat has that. Anyways,
He's 6th overall in the list of
yeah,
most
and has scored consistently. The strike rate is also over 140, which doesn't seem too bad, by the way.
almost as much as Conway.
Yeah.
Look at Warner at 119 strike rate.
Oh,
Where?
bad fielding.
So KKR,
But the line is bad.
they are returning the favor.
Down the leg.
That's why they were not playing him.
I mean, it's his first match. Let's give him some.
And also, at times it is very difficult to control the new ball, especially when it is moving around.
Yeah.
Bad fielding. And
But that's his job now. He has to control the new ball.
Yeah, I understand.
you see the difference of, you may say, Weber Varoda in 2020. That was much fuller. Here he's bowling it a bit too shorter.
He's a little worried about getting tonked, I think.
I don't know why.
Chal.
That's the length. That's the length.
Yeah. Now he's landed it. And see, speed also.
Acha, who's winning?
RCB.
एक ही नाम कोलकाता.
You said RCB to start with. You
No, I said
no.
Kolkata. No, I said Kolkata. I predicted Kolkata.
KKR.
So by the end of the show, you had said.
Yeah,
You started
because of
off by
course.
saying कोई chance नहीं.
That's the realist. I'm right now split between a realist and a fan, and I don't know who's going to speak at what time. Right now, it's the fan and me saying KKR are winning this.
I'm saying RCB.
Harna to AK, whether it's KK Har or Har CV. Let's see. I've been backing Har CV. I've been backing Har CV. Win.
Don't do that, na.
क्यों? अरे every game see.
Want you to back RCB?
Listen, I have backed RCB the most, and they have won. So if I don't back them,
Stop
CSK
calling
RCB
them
was the
that.
exception.
Stop calling them that then.
अरे, it's
Not-
bitter but true.
But it can't be true. They've won matches.
But titles.
Come on.
That's why we don't say KK Har on a consistent way because you won 2 titles.
Oh God.
Prediction?
Rahul.
I'm just worried, because
No,
RCB.
yeah, you already made the prediction. You said they're 20 run short.
No, but I still would back
KKR.
KKR.
Oh no.
So you just said 20 run short.
Yeah, I'm saying they have scored 20 runs less than what they could have.
Oh.
At least that too, at least.
So you're saying acha.
Oh,
You're saying
man.
even despite scoring 20 run less, they've made enough for RCB.
Yeah, because I'm just worried about RCB when it comes to, what if they lose Faf du Plessis or a Maxwell early? if they lose them cheaply.
Then Prabhu Desai will score run. Lomror will score run.
I hope so. I hope their Indian players get some runs, because if their Indian players do not fire, I have my doubts if this team can actually win the title this time also. Because if you are relying just on 3 players, as you said, they've always relied on just a couple of players, and I don't think they will win the title. So I would actually want their, if they fail, Maxwell or Faf du Plessis and their Indian players, get them that win. I think
But
that will
also
be.
we are assuming they'll fail. What if KGF?
Stands true.
KGF stands through until the league stages. It's only the knockouts where they'll be tested.
Okay, chalo. We are 3-2 split in the studio between KKR and RCB.
KKR.
More for RCB than KKR.
Yep.
We'll see what happens at the end. Bye. See you.
Bye-bye. See you.